and a woman's menstruation ends, she must perform ghusl before she can pray. The basic requirement is to intend purification and ensure that water reaches the entire body. Performing wudu during the ghusl is recommended and is the more complete method. According to the explanation of Shaykh ibn Baz, rahimahullah, if a person intends both the removal of the major impurity and the minor impurity, then one ghusl can suffice for both. However, if she only intends purification from the major impurity of menstruation, then she should perform wudu before praying. The Sunnah method is to wash the private area, perform wudu. As for prayer, pour water over the head, ensuring it reaches the roots of the hair, and then wash the entire body, beginning with the right side and then the left. What about braids and washing the hair? There is an important distinction between ghusl from janaba and ghusl after menstruation. A woman does not have to undo her braided hair for ghusl from janaba, provided that the water reaches the roots of her hair. Salama radiallahu anha asked the Prophet, peace be upon him, whether she had to undo her braids for ghusl from janaba. He, peace be upon him, replied that it was sufficient for her to pour 3 handfuls of water over her head, then pour water over herself. However, ghusl after menstruation is different. Aisha radiallahu anha narrated that when Asma radiallahu anha asked the Prophet ﷺ about ghusl after menstruation, he instructed her to purify herself, pour water over her head, and rub it thoroughly until the water reaches the roots of the hair, then wash the rest of her body. He also instructed her to remove the traces of menstrual blood using a cloth scented with musk. This shows a distinction between the 2 types of ghusl. For menstruation, the woman is instructed to rub and thoroughly clean the hair and its roots, whereas the concession concerning not undoing braided hair is specifically established for ghusl from janaba. The reason mentioned by the scholars is that janaba occurs frequently, and requiring a woman to undo her hair every time would cause difficulty, whereas menstruation occurs much less frequently. So when performing ghusl after menstruation, a woman should undo her braids if necessary to ensure that water reaches the roots of her hair and thoroughly rub the hair. The general principle is that water must reach the parts of the body that are required to be washed. Therefore, ghusl after menstruation, make the intention, wash the private area, perform wudu, thoroughly wash the hair and its roots, and wash the entire body.